Hey, it's Barb from Wonderful Works, and today we're going to talk about how to make Vacation Bible School accessible for all. We're so glad you're here today. Hey there, are you thinking about VBS? What a fun way to share the gospel. You know, I bet there is a lot to think about. Like what theme to choose, what teams to create, oh, and yes, what costumes to wear. You look good in pink. But you know what? Maybe the most important thing that you can think about is this. How can you make VBS accessible for all kids, including those with disabilities? Disability and VBS, 3 things to think about. Number 1, think about what to do before it begins. For many families impacted by disability, the most important part of an event comes before it starts. So begin with clear communication. Be sure that your registration form has a place to share about special needs. If something is shared there, follow up with a personal phone call to learn more. Also understand that some accommodations will require you to adapt some of your usual church policies. And that's something that needs to be considered before the event too. A good example of this is the restroom. Many churches have a Sunday policy that states if a school-aged child needs assistance in the restroom, then their caregiver is called. But what happens at VBS if a child needs assistance in the restroom and the caregiver is not on site? How would you handle that then? Well, however you approach this, the most important thing is that your church leadership and the family all understand and agree on a plan before it's needed. Another very important thing to do before the event is to establish a buddy team. Buddies are one-on-one volunteers who pair with a child who needs extra support. But what's important to know about buddies is that it's not just about having someone be with a child, it's about having someone who has been equipped to know how to support that child that makes the difference. So give each of your buddies some disability ministry training and the tools they need to be successful. Oh, and here's another helpful tip for before the big event. Understand that for many kids with disabilities, especially those with autism, doing something that they're not familiar with can feel stressful. So consider inviting these families to visit the VBS site before the event. Let them walk through each station and ask questions. And if you've assigned a buddy, invite them to the tour too. And don't forget this. Providing a social narrative about VBS is another easy way to help kids feel prepared. Number 2, think about reducing anxiety. One of the best ways to help all kids at VBS is to think about what things cause anxiety in some kids, then look for ways to reduce these. For instance, everyone benefits when they understand what to expect. But some kids, especially those with anxiety, autism, or other disabilities, need to know what is coming next to feel secure. So why not make expectations really clear by using visuals? Create visual schedules for each day of VBS and post them around the church. And help kids feel prepared to switch activities by giving group leaders visuals. These small things make a big difference. Another easy way to reduce anxiety is to understand that for some kids, really loud, bright, and crowded environments aren't so fun. In fact, they can feel overwhelming. So offer noise-canceling headphones, but also have quiet spaces available where kids can take a break. And don't forget this. Never assume that a child will know how to ask for a break. Instead, before the event starts, let them know that they can take a quiet break anytime they need one and show them how to ask for one. Number 3, think about accessibility. When it comes to making VBS memories that last a lifetime, the truth is it's not the cool activities that kids never forget, it's how those experiences made them feel, including when those cool activities are not accessible for them. Which is why, as you plan, it's so important to look at your activities through the lens of disability and determine if each activity is truly accessible. Ask yourself things like, is your environment wheelchair friendly? Are you including adapted art supplies or simpler craft options for kids with fine motor delays? And what about kids who have hidden disabilities and may not be able to handle losing in highly competitive games? Are the activities you chose setting them up for success or a meltdown? If you're not sure how to do this, remember that the best way to know if something is accessible or not is to invite people impacted by disability to plan with you. Well, I think we learned a lot of great ways to make VBS more accessible to kids with disabilities, but there's one more thing before we go. When it comes to VBS, there is a lot to think about, but there's one thing that I hope you think about most. What you do matters. When you take the time to create accessible experiences for kids with disabilities, you're not just teaching the gospel, you're living it out. Thank you for what you do. Thanks for joining us. See you next time.